The world of Fallout has many weird and strange individuals for us to find. Sometimes those individuals are friendly, other times they want to kill, maim, eat, or simply use us for one sick thing or another. One such individual who falls into the latter category is the Surgeon. In the Capital Wasteland, the Red Racer factory can be found southwest of the DC ruins, a place that once built tricycles for children. But those days of innocence are long gone. Outside, raiders kill the unsuspecting. Inside, corridors are patrolled by bloodthirsty super mutants and vicious feral ghouls. But these creatures are different to their usual selves. Due to an unusual alteration, their heads explode upon death. If the head is already destroyed, then a beep can be heard instead. This is the chip inside their brain, or what's left of it, deactivating. The creator of this chip is the Surgeon, who may or may not have come from a vault, which would explain their scientific prowess. This mad scientist can be found inside the CEO offices and appears to have created implants that allow the mind of both mutants and ghouls to be controlled, each of which take a different chip due to their varying size and intelligence, the mutants winning in both of these areas, but this is where things get weird. We know the Surgeon has created an implant that controls the mind of both mutants and ghouls, but we don't know why. It could be a difficult, but once achieved, effective way of protecting one's home, or it could be a way of creating a team of scavengers that go out into the dangerous wasteland for supplies on your behalf. Or it could be the result of a dark and sinister influence telling you what to do. A terminal entry suggests that the Surgeon is interested in finding bigger and stronger mutants, behemoth-sized, and using the implants to control them. The only reason you would do such a thing would be to crush your enemies, to test the limits of the implants, or simply because you can. The Surgeon is of unsound mind after all, and I think I know why. Inside the CEO offices, the place where the Surgeon has set up shop, a strange and mysterious voice can be heard. The very same voice you can hear inside the Dunwich building. And beneath that building is the obelisk of ug-Qualtoth, the mysterious deity that I suspect is the god of radiation and the one responsible for the Great War. They are also the reason why humans transform into ghouls instead of dying, ghouls that ultimately go feral and worship the deity. They are also healed by radiation, which thanks to the Great War is all over the place. And those ferals that receive enough radiation become glowing ones that then have the power to bring ferals back to life, ensuring they continue to worship and strengthen the deity for as long as possible. But what would be the point in having one of your followers, in this case the Surgeon, controlling the minds of feral ghouls who already worship you? Well, I believe ug-Qualtoth has given the Surgeon the ghouls to experiment on as a way for them to understand and iron out any wrinkles the implants may have, such as overheating, which is something they encountered before resolving the issue and moving on to mutants, who are understandably more difficult to capture and control. One thing that supports this theory is that while the Surgeon is incredibly hostile, the Lone Wanderer can wear the ghoul mask to avoid being attacked, suggesting that the Surgeon isn't threatened by feral ghouls. They have been told by ug-Qualtoth that the ferals are no threat to them and are simply there to aid them in their work, at least until the mutants are under control. After that, the Surgeon could very well become another Jamie Palabras, locked into endlessly worshipping the deity until another use for them comes along. For some reason, ug-Qualtoth wants to control the super mutants. They are much stronger and smarter than feral ghouls, which are all valid reasons for wanting to use them, but I think the main reason for wanting to indoctrinate them into cooperation is because of how many humans the super mutants kill, eat, and transform. Humans which could otherwise be turned into ghouls, and then eternal worshippers. And so ug-Qualtoth seeks to stop that. But for whatever reason, they are unable to manipulate mutants' minds, as we've seen them do with humans and ghouls. and I think it has something to do with the forced evolutionary virus. The FEV has altered the physical structure of their brain, which in and of itself should be answer enough, but if you couple this with the fact that super mutants are immune to radiation, keep in mind that wherever ug-Qualtoth or an eldritch artifact are, radiation is abundant, and it's this radiation that gives the deity its hold over the chosen subject. But since the mutants are immune, the deity is powerless, and so they have to seek alternative methods, such as the mind-controlling implants the surgeon has created. By controlling the mutants, they prevent the loss of human life, which can then be repurposed into fueling the deity's strength. And maybe also use the mutants to not just stop killing humans, but instead capture and convert them into ghouls. This is purely speculation, and something I thought would be fun to put together. Let me know how you feel about the surgeon, and whether or not you believe that ug-Qualtoth is trying to prevent super mutants from killing potential worshippers, and through doing so, it can grow its own strength in the pursuit of destroying those too pure to be manipulated. And if you can think of any other strange instances that may be linked to ug-Qualtoth, let me know, and hopefully we can work out this mystery together.
Sharp knife. Sharp knife to send him to Deep Temple. Flay and say my words. Abdul comes again on the Feast of the Weaker. Feast for the Deep Temple. Born again. Here. Al-Hazared! Yes! Yes!
Be sure to show your support by liking the video and subscribing if you haven't already for more Fallout content. If there's anything you would like to see in a later video, leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. With that said, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.